Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this month's Scrap 5 challenge. So on the second Saturday of every month I get together with quite a few of my lovely scrappy friends and we create a layout using 5 items that one of us has chosen. And this month it is the lovely Karen who chose our 5 items, and Karen participates over on Instagram. And I will, of course, as always, have all of the links, both YouTube and Instagram, down below. So I am working in my Christmas or my December generic album. And this is filling in a gap, and this layout or these photos go all the way back to the late 80s or very, very early 90s, because this is my little grandmother, my mom's mom, and this I do believe was more than likely the last time she was at my house. This was my house at the time for Christmas, but my grandmother lived to the ripe old age of 93, and I have a feeling this might have been sort of maybe 90, 91. So the 5 items that Karen had given us, and I was a little bit more disciplined this time, although you'll see that I did stretch one of them just a little bit. So the 5 items that she gave us was red or pink. You can see I went the red route. Specialty paper, I got a little bit of vellum. Hearts, and I used the lovely Nicole Jones 911 printables for these gorgeous hearts. Flowers, so this is where I stretched it a little bit, but you can see on my tag here there is some flowers. It's sort of a poinsettia flowers, and there is a poinsettia in my photo. So I'm going with florals having been taken care of and tags. So I think I did fairly well this month. I went into my Christmas stash and dug out some of the lovely PHOTOPLAY collections. I had 2 collections that I was using. I bought the Winter Memories collection to use specifically for my December documented, whether it be generic or my mini album that I did do for the 2020 season. And I also had some of the lovely Heart and Home left. So I dug those out. This is mainly, if I'm not mistaken, the Winter Memories. This isn't this gorgeous wood grain. I do love wood grains. And because this is, it's not heritage. I wouldn't call it heritage because the 90s are not maybe, all that long ago, but it's heritage in the sense that, it's my grandmother. This is my stepdad. It's part of the history of our family. And what I'm recording here is Mom and Leo came back from Florida for Christmas. And I would host once we had the house. So we bought our house, my husband and I, back I think in 1987 or so. So for the next few years, well, I guess until the divorce, I would host Christmas for my family. We would also do his side of the family at another time, so we would do some Christmas hosting. And Grandmama only came once, which is what I've written down here, because that's what my mom told me. I'm not so sure. I still need to search out some photos because I had the feeling she had been able to come twice. Because I do believe there was one, unfortunately, the very last year of her life, she was in the hospital for Christmas, so she did not come. But I had the feeling she had come twice. Anyway, so I dug out this lovely, lovely wood grain paper. Yes, so you can see this is definitely from the Winter Memories, as are these 2 pieces of paper, and I created a tag from this scrap that was on my desk. So, and there's a little bit of the tag tucked in there as well as 2 tags here. This is way back to the Chamel Christmas Magic that I had on my desk, that I tucked in 2 little tags here, one of these little sort of golden yellow hearts, memories, And this was always because I wanted this photo particularly because you can see Leo lying down here and my grandmother is still sitting at the table. But my stepdad would never get very, very far after dinner and always had to go take a nap, whether it was Christmas or any other dinner. So I really wanted to get that down here. You can still see the table, which is quite festive. We were obviously, even after dessert, because we were on to the port and clementines and cheese, I'm assuming, at this point. And I love this photo of my grandma because it's just, that is so much her, with just the little hands resting up against the table, because I can always remember as a child, I was brought up, you did not put hands and arms on the table, or even worse, oh my God, elbows, but you could just rest your wrists against the side of the table. And that's my grandmother there. And she was very coquette in her days. And that's just, that photo here just captures the essence of my grandmother. She was quite the matriarch, though. She was quite quite the matriarch and somewhat of a lovely little spoiled lady. She knew what she wanted, and we better all just hop to it. And that's how she was, all 4'8" of her. Just did a little bit of a fishtail banner here. This one I'm left to my own devices, and I'm not following a sketch or doing a scrap lift or that kind of thing. This is often the type of go-to. This is one of my go-to designs. A little bit more central maybe than it generally is. Heavily inspired by the earlier days of Chamel, as you can see. Lovely large piece in the back, a piece coming out here, which is fishtailed, and then just a few clusters around the page. Remember today. And, you know, these were on my desk and they are just perfect. I got this one on the photo. They are just perfect for this sort of documenting. So there you go. That is my scrap 5. And then, of course, I just put these two little bits. These are Tracy Reed printables up to get that little corner filled, to give a little bit of a diagonal feel as well to my layout. So once again, our scrap 5 were hearts, flowers, specialty paper, tags, and red or pink. Make sure you pop on down below and follow the links to see what everybody else created today. All the gorgeousness that is out there for the scrap 5 today. And we will be back and we will see you on the second Saturday of March, which will also be the 13th. See you soon, my friends. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.